Starting third into 248, it'll be Ryan Norberg. Starting fourth into number 14, Seve DePinto. Starting fifth into 230, Olivia Bellinger. Starting in the sixth spot into 01, Vincenzo Saraceno. Starting in the seventh spot into number 21, Sasha Braun-Weibo. Starting the eighth spot, the 77, Jared Voorhees. Starting in the ninth spot into number 81, Jimmy Cabrera. Starting 10th will be the 238, Zachary Hancock. And starting in the 11th spot in the number 256, Theo Chick. Let's give him a big round of applause, your Rock Jr. starting lineup. The shifters, you're now on grid. Shifters, you're on grid. And drivers will get their carts, get them off the cart stands. We'll get ready to go. Luis Ortiz in at 271. Luis picking up the win in heat number 3, heat number 2, and heat number 1. It has been a perfect weekend so far for the 271. Luis on Saturday set quick time in qualifying. Again, it swept all 3 heat races and scored the win in the pre-final. Will anybody be able to spoil the party of the 271 Luis Fortiza? Matias Ramirez starting outside row number 1 in the 151. Ramirez with a couple second-place finishes in 2 heats today. Also a third-place finish in heat number 1 on Saturday. Ramirez qualified early Saturday outside of row number 1. So, again, some good racing there between these drivers. Seve DePinto getting things rolling. A little rough start on Saturday. Seve having a very good run in the pre-final. Finished 4th. Seve had a third-place run in heat number 3 earlier today. So things starting to turn around for Seve DePinto in at number 14, starting in row number 2. Again, kind of a rough go on Saturday, but that's behind Seve. And right now, Seve going to focus ahead of him as he's in row number 2 and at 14. Ryan Norberg in row number 2. He'll be right next to Seve. Ryan picking up the third spot in the pre-final. Finished 5th in heat number 3. Had a good run in heat number 2. Finished 3rd. And Ryan runner-up in heat number 1. So Ryan Norberg, he's been right there. Qualified 4th on Saturday. Again, there are our 6 drivers. Again, top 3 in each class. In the senior class, Dustin, Thomas, and Franco. And in the Masters, Ariel Castro, Francois Braun-Weibo, and Miguel in the Masters. They'll go around for the parade lap as the junior drivers look up in behind the pace truck. And they're set to go. This will be 15 laps on each shifter drivers. You're on grid. That'll be shifter drivers. You're on grid. a couple of minutes instruction. We're about ready to go. 15 laps. This is your Rock Jr. And after two events, Luis Jose Fortiza, again, is your points leader. Matias Ramirez in that second spot. Ryan Norberg third. Those three drivers in the field. So, again, we'll ask the crew members, please exit the track, and we are ready to go. 15 laps, Rock Jr. And as they'll wave off to those Masters and Senior winners in the pace truck. I want to thank the folks over there at Sessions Modeling Agency. We want to thank them for helping us out this weekend with our Umbrella Boys and Girls. We thank you so much for spending your Saturday and Sunday with us this weekend. So we'll get them fired up. Rock Jr., does anybody have anything to bring to the table for the 271 Luis Jose Fortiza? And has been dominating all weekend. Quick time in qualifying, has swept all three heat races. And right now the field will get them fired up, and they take in behind the pace truck for their parade lap as they come around. Row number one, Fortiza and Matias Ramirez. Ramirez crossed the line 4.8 seconds behind your winner in the pre-final. We'll see if Matias can get something going. Matias Ramirez in the 151 in row number one on the outside. In row number two, a good-looking row number two, Ryan Norberg in the 248, Seve DePinto in the 14. Yeah, things have really turned around for Seve. Seve wants to put Saturday way behind him because he has come out today and really bounced back well. Seve DePinto. Again, in heat number three, Seve finished third. In the pre-final, Seve finished fourth, and it's got him outside row number two. Shifters, you're up next. So pace truck off to safety. Field will get a hot lap as they'll open them up, and they'll shake them down again. There are top three in both classes coming in on the pace truck. Again, those drivers do an outstanding job, and we're set to go. 15 laps, Rock Jr. Shifters, you're on grid. Shifters, you're on grid. Field coming off the Monza, row number one, Fortiza in the 271, Ramirez in the 151. And it has been a clean sweep so far for Fortiza. Picked up quick time in qualifying, swept all three heat races, and we're going to see green and off to a good start for Fortiza. A little bit of bouncing around. Ramirez kind of hung out to the outside, trying to get a lane. And still side by side, Ramirez going to make contact. That'll be the 44. And we will need a red flag, a red flag. So a red flag coming out. Again, that is the 44. We'll correct that. It'll be the 14, Seve DePinto. So again, red flag. That'll be Seve DePinto. We'll correct that, Seve DePinto. And again, him and Ramirez were side by side coming through turn number 2. Ramirez was kind of watching traffic come by. And they got to the inside, and they made contact coming off of turn number 3. And Seve getting into the arch there and brought it down. Seve is okay, but again, the red flag because the arch dropping on the track. I didn't want the drivers to come around. Would have been a nightmare. Again, it'll be a complete restart for our junior class. Fortiza and Ramirez, row number 1. Again, it'll be a complete restart. Rock Jr. Your order, Jose Fortiza inside row 1. Ramirez outside. Row 2, Ryan Norberg, Seve DePinto. Row 3, Bellinger and Saraceno. Row 4, Sasha Branwibo. Ruiz in the 77. Starting 9th will be the 81, Jimmy Cabrera. Hancock starting 10th, Theo Chick 11th. Complete restart. This will be 15 laps. Your Rock Jr. Get him to tighten up. Row number 1, Luis Jose Fortiza and Ramirez. And Fortiza, quick time on Saturday during qualifying, has swept all 3 heat events, wins the pre-final. So if anybody can bring anything for Luis Jose Fortiza, your points leader. Green up or underway. Ryan Norberg going to take advantage of a slow start from Ramirez. He'll jump to second early on. And they'll head into turn number 6 for the first time, single file. Again, Ramirez keeping the heat on Norberg as they come through turn number 8. Good little race there. And Ryan Norberg starting in row number 2 in that 48. Finished 5th in heat number 3, 3rd in heat number 2. And Ryan Norberg runner-up in heat number 1 on Saturday. Qualified 4th on Saturday. And he'll flip-flop now as Ramirez works around him. Ramirez now 2nd, Norberg back to 3rd. Seve DePinto having a good start now. Sits back in 4th, right where he started. Goes to work on Ryan Norberg. Gets right on his bumper into turn 4. Seve looking for that lane, trying to make the pass. Gets shut down on the entry to turn 6. And Seve trying to make a move on Ryan Norberg again, as I talked about it earlier, trying to turn things around. Wants to forget all about Saturday, boys. He's been very good here Sunday so far. They'll come down the straightaway. This will be 15 laps. Your Rock Jr. Right now, early leader, points leader, has been cleaning house this weekend. Luis Jose Fortiza. Fortiza off at turn number 3. Ramirez running 2nd. Norberg, Seve DePinto, and the 230 of Bellinger. Top 5 drivers now single file through turn 7. They'll make their way into bowl turn. And Fortiza out of the gate very strong. Turns a 36.835. Ramirez 36.971 as they come off the Monza turn. Led by Fortiza. And Saraceno getting worked over in that 0-1. In behind him, Jimmy Cabrera. Jimmy in the 81, Saraceno in the number 0-1, currently running 7th and 8th for those two drivers. The leaders now going to enter the Monza turn. They'll exit off. Here they come down the straightaway, led by Fortiza. Ramirez running 2nd, gets a good run through that chicane. Seve DePinto trying to chip away at 3rd place running Ryan Norberg. They'll come into turn number 2. Fortiza crossing the line, lap number 4 in the books. Fortiza into turn 5 with a 9/10 of a second advantage. So quietly, slowly, Fortiza continued to pick up that time. Turned to 36.735, 36.859 for Ramirez. So again, both of those drivers continue to separate as they'll head off the Monza turn. You can see that opening up now for Fortiza. There's Fortiza again now through the chicane, nice and smooth. Watching those hands, boy, just kind of coasting right on through the chicane. And he'll come off turn number 3. Luis Jose Fortiza crosses the line for the 5th time. Ramirez 1 second behind your leader into turn number 6. And Ryan Norberg, Seve DePinto, that'll be 3rd and 4th, trying to get on that podium. Leaders now coming through the Monza turn. There's your leader, Luis Jose Fortiza. Again, Luis working his way down the straightaway, right through the chicane. Really smooth. The boy he just kind of kicks it on through that chicane. Good racing for 5th. Again, that'll be Bellinger and Sasha Braun-Weibo. Bellinger 5th, Sasha running 6th. They got a good one going as they work their way into turn number 6. And Sasha's had some good practice times, have been up and down. And Sasha finishing 6th in the pre-final. And again, Sasha in heat number 1 had a top 5 finish. Right now doing battle with Bellinger. They'll make their way into the chicane. So there's your leader, Fortiza, 7 laps complete, 1.6 second advantage. Seve DePinto battling for that final spot on the podium. He'll keep the heat on Norberg. They'll work their way into turn 7. Ryan Norberg with a 37.296. Seve just a tad quicker. Seve with a 37.199 for Seve DePinto running in the 4th spot. So you got one heating up for the 3rd spot on the podium. Top 2 drivers right now working through the chicane. Here comes Norberg, Seve DePinto, about a cart length behind him, running in the 4 spot. 5th and 6 got a good one going. Bellinger and Sasha Brunwebo. They continue to do battle. Another one going in behind him. Jimmy Cabrera, Saraceno. Look at this battle. Maurice, Theo Chick, all doing battle on the tail end of the field. Now we'll see a little exchange for position. Yeah, that's been a good one. 7th on back. So some good racing all the way through the field. Up front, though, cruising right along. Luis Jose Fortiza. Kind of working the wheel a little bit on the entry. There's Ramirez. Norberg and Seve DePinto coming through the chicane. Boy, Sasha Brunwebo on the charge. Gets right on the bumper of Bellinger on the entry to that chicane. And they'll keep that one rolling as they come off of turn 3. Bellinger running 5th. Sasha running 6th. And 9 laps complete, 15-lap junior. Luis Fortiza right now with a 2.1 second lead. Ramirez running 2nd. 3rd, it'll be Ryan Norberg. 4th, it'll be Seve DePinto. 5th, it'll be Bellinger. 6th, it'll be Sasha Brunwebo. 7th, it'll be Jimmy Cabrera. 8th, it'll be Nervo Reese. 9th, it'll be Theo Chick. 10th, it'll be Zachary Hancock. And 10 laps in, 5 laps to go. 2.1 second for Luis Fortiza. Again, what a weekend for Luis Jose Fortiza. You really got to give it to the entire crew for this kid. Again, Luis picking up qualifying early on Saturday. Picked up all 3 heat wins. Scores the win in the pre-final today. And he'll head into turn number 4 right now. With 11 laps complete, he's going to carry a 2.3 second advantage. And Seve fading back about a half a second now. We'll give it about 0.8 of a second now behind Ryan Norberg. So Ryan trying to seal himself a podium finish. And it's been a good run for Ryan Norberg. Finished 3rd in that pre-final. Had a 5th place run in heat number 3 earlier today. 3rd on heat number 2. And a 2nd place finish in heat number 1. So Ryan Norberg again in the top 5 one more time. Sasha Brunwebo driving the wheels off that 21, trying to work around Bellinger. Bellinger's been trying to keep her behind her. Good little battle there. That is for 5th place. Bellinger in the 230, Sasha in the 221. Fortiza, 13 laps complete. We'll see 2 to go. Cruising right along. Everything just needs to hold together as Fortiza will head into turn 4. Opens up a 2.9 second advantage now for Fortiza. And got a driver going off right there at the chicane area. So that looks like it'll be 4A's the 77. Jarrett going off. So Jarrett going off in the entry. He is okay, just obviously disappointed. And just cruising right along. Luis Jose Fortiza making it look easy. And he'll see the white flag. Boy, how about Sasha Brunwebo in that battle between her and Bellinger? And they have been going at it, wrestling around. Right there's a battle for that 5th spot. Some good racing between those 2 drivers. In the meantime, Ryan Norberg finally breaking away from Seve DePinto. So here he comes down the straightaway, going wire to wire yet again. Luis Jose Fortiza, your Rock Junior leader. Going to make a couple more left-hand turns. We'll coast home now. Here comes your winner, Rock Junior. Luis Jose Fortiza goes wire to wire. Ramirez will pick up 2nd one more time. And Ryan Norberg going to settle that battle with Seve DePinto. Ryan comes home 3rd. Seve comes home 4th. And Bellinger will pick up 5th. And we'll need shifter drivers again for your driver introduction. Again, you will go by time. Meantime, just a second or two, we'll get set for our podium awards for our Rock Junior. So we're set to go for our podium. This will be Rock Jr. Finishing third in the 248, it's Ryan Norberg. Finishing second, the 151, Matias Ramirez. And your overall winner in the 271, Luis Jose Fortiza. So let's give him a big round of applause. There he is, Luis Jose Fortiza. Let's give him a big round of applause. Your top three, Luis Jose Fortiza, Matias Ramirez, and Ryan Norberg. Again, we'll need shifter drivers. Again, we'll get set for your driver introduction. That'll be shifter drivers. Again, we will go by time. So once again, we'll have combined classes through your driver introduction. And it'll be driver introductions for your shifters. We're set for your